Okay. This is chapter 34, classical Arabic grammar and vocab. Conjugation of Form 1 double verbs in the imperfect and imperative and numbers 11 to 19. Double verbs Form 1 imperfect. Essentially, the rule is very simple. The only time in which the doubled consonant at the end of the verb is split is in the third person feminine plural and the second person feminine plural. So from Mara, we would get damrarna and yamrarna. Apart from that, there you see the shudder stays on the final consonant when it's not those. In conjugation, the first consonant normally takes a dhamma, and the prefix indicating the personal pronoun takes fatha, so like yamur. In the second person feminine plural and the third person feminine plural, remember that both the first consonant and the second part of the final split, and that takes a sukun, like yamrurana. It should be also noted that regular forms for the A case imperfect are now obsolete, and they act like the zero case, and it takes a sukun on the end of the verb. So it'd be yamur, not yamura in the imperfect. It was like he will not pass by the shop. It would be lan yamrur bidukan. So at some point in the evening. Okay, moving on to the imperfect. In the imperfect, we have in the imperative. In the imperative, just imagine what a conventional A case conjugation of the verb would be with a fatha on the end. Then remove the prefix indicating the personal pronoun. So, like from mara, we would get mur, because you would go yamuru, yamura, mur. Yeah. And then after doing this, that indicates the masculine singular form, and we can just add the dual ending, so a, or the feminine singular ending e, or the feminine plural ending na, or the masculine plural ending u. Numerals 11 to 19. 11 has two forms of masculine and feminine, neither of which exhibit reverse concord. So we have for the feminine ita ashara, and for the masculine ahad ashar. 12 has four forms divided into case and gender. Again, reverse concord within the number is not shown. So we would have, for the U case, we would have ithnar and masculine ithnar ashar. For the U case feminine, we would have ithnatar ashara. If we were doing that in the A case for both of them, you would get ithne ashar, and you would get ithnate ashara. 13 to 19, exhibit reverse concord. 10 goes at the end, and the gender of this number determines the gender of the number as a whole. So if it was you're referring to a masculine counted noun, you would have ashar at the end, and if it was feminine, ashara. Also, all these numbers don't change case and are permanently in the A case. So it's always ashara or asharata at the end. And the counter noun goes after the number and is put in the indefinite A case singular. So if you wanted to say 14 delegates, and they were masculine, you'd say arba'a, arba'ata, ashar, manduban, from man, singular, A case, indefinite. If the phrase is definite, then the article is added only to the first part of the number. So, arthamania ashar, for example. All the numbers are easy to remember apart from maybe 18, like I said. And then some hard vocab characteristics, awsaf, conquest, which has two forms, futuh and futuhat, direction or trend, itijah, occurrence, happening, wukuh, sociology, ilm al-ijtima, and to distinguish mayaza, and then if it was between, it'd be bayna. Okay, that's it for today.